What's good, YouTube? Today we're reacting to the Gen Z hater problem by Tommy NFG, bro. I haven't pre-watched this video before, but yeah, we will just watch it together. It's been uploaded like I believe 6 days ago, some shit like that. Um, and yeah, bro, being Gen Z myself, I can definitely say that like our generation, bro, you get roasted for absolutely everything. Like they are ruthless, bro. And I'm lucky to be like not like new Gen Z to where I'm not in school anymore, but I'm pretty sure that like if you're chopped, like if you're ugly and you're in high school, bro, you are cooked, bro. Like people, especially if you want to do like if you're like popular, like people be talking about you and shit, like they're roasting you. So yeah, it's definitely brutal. Like they be making fun of absolutely everything. And without further ado, bro, let's watch this video, see if we can take some lessons and agree with shit. Yeah, just let's just get into it. You feel me?
Gen Z as a whole generation is bad at a lot of things. Bad at not getting addicted to vaping and making up new methods to get high. Bad at focusing for longer than 5 minutes without having to scroll on TikTok for an hour. Bad at not ordering DoorDash 4 to 5 times a week. But what Gen Z is best at, its magnus opus, is hate. There is no generation that is as hateful or vile as much as Gen Z is. There's generations that grew up and fought in wars, and I swear they're still not as hateful as us. If the people that fought in wars had to sit at a middle school or high school lunch table in 2016 and get roasted, they'd leave with more PTSD than on the war field. Nowadays, it seems like everything that goes viral is due to some type of hating. Think of some of the biggest things last year. Drake versus Kendrick, making fun of Ice Spice, happy for the elimination of the healthcare CEO. Alright, that one's a little more valid, but you get my point. We've kind of thrived on hate like how the ancient Romans had Colosseum fights, and the crowd would cheer when it was a person versus a lion to see if they would win over bloodshed. I wanted to talk about this now because there's been this trend on TikTok hating on a certain rapper. Someone you all should know, like I could literally put a picture of his hair and you would all guess it. XXXTentacion. The speed X took over the rap game was something I think we haven't seen since he came out. This man was in jail when Look At Me came out and was going viral. He went in jail as a pretty unknown guy, then overnight became a celebrity. It was like one day on the internet you started to see these variations of profile pictures of X, and I was one of them dudes in school rocking the X profile picture. He had that cult-like rap following that only a certain amount of rappers have. Nowadays, his closest equivalent is probably Cardi Glazers. You got Ye fans, Travis Scott fans, Youngboy fans, but I would say out of all of them,
I feel like from the modern rappers, like now, especially like 2024, 2025, I feel like Cardi is like the most glazed, like glazing, like meat writing like a rapper. I feel like the most glazed rapper. It must be Playboy Cardi, bro. This man literally won the 2024 award without dropping for 4 years, bro. Crazy, bro. But he also has hella haters. But yeah, facts like that.
he was blowing them out the water with the amount of grass he had on his fans, even just from my account. I used to be staying updated on everything he had going on, and he was always getting in some type of drama. So you could always check his Instagram story and there being a chance he's dissing one of your favorite rappers. And even if you didn't listen to him or didn't care about him, you had no choice but to see him because the social media pages were posting him all the time. I remember so many were trying to sound like X and even copy the cadence he talks in.
No, que no te los. Hey, episodes. Hey, water like.
He was relatable to a lot of the younger generation because he would talk about his depression and what he's going through, and also give motivational talks all the time, telling people to chase their dreams. The last rapper to do something like that for a generation was Ye, which is why when he passed away, it was such a big deal to people. And for a long time, people have talked about his impact online and how big he could have potentially been. But now, apparently on TikTok, people have been hating on him. Like, this isn't some small trend or something. It's a huge big trend on there. We all know, since X was always talking about his depression and his thoughts all the time, they would always use his songs and him speaking in sad edits and emo edits. We can never forget that Bart Simpson profile picture. I'm glad to say I was not one of those dudes rocking that.
Shit corny as hell, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. This depression shit, like, I mean, I'm not shitting on depression. I'm not saying, oh, if you're depressed, you're a pussy. But
that Bart Simpson profile.
Come on, bro.
Picture. I'm glad to say
This is just, I don't know. This is
was
just
not one of
corny
those
as
dudes
fuck, bro.
rocking that. A lot of people would hear what
Like,
he
what the
said
fuck?
and act fake depressed online.
My life sucks, man. If people only knew the pain and anguish I went through to be here, they'd respect me more.
Jimmy, your parents live in the richest part of Beverly Hills in a $5 million house. Them Bart Simpson edit videos used to go crazy back in the day on YouTube, though. And was X sometimes exaggerated with getting his point across? Yes. So people have been bringing up these clips recently, posting him acting like that back in the day and kind of clowning him.
Do you have any relationship with your father?
What's that? What's a father?
From mental illness, or do you suffer from depression?
Do I think I suffer from mental illness? I think I'm different. And that's the last thing I'll say on the video. You can keep that in there, though.
So I say Onfroy was weak. X is the complete opposite. X desires control. Controversy.
Like, bro, it's one thing posting him and saying this is kinda cringe looking back on it. To be honest, a lot of that stuff just didn't age well from that era. You could look back on any era and there's always gonna be some...
Yo, what the fuck is this, bro? Nah, bro, they did Uzi 30, bro.
Cringe things. But people in the comments be talking about he had to go. Or be talking about his music wasn't good. Like
what?
where did this hate come from? That's brand new
That's
to me.
what I'm saying. Like they just be like pulling shit out of nowhere. Like once they don't know who they hate, bro, they just like they hate for no reason, bro. It's crazy. Like you would be doing something that generally help humanity, like I don't know, going into volunteering or helping your mother do the laundry, walking your dog, and motherfuckers still would find a way to hate, bro. It's crazy, bro. I'm telling you.
Because for the longest, everyone was saying how talented X was and how far he could have made it.
The
But
switch
now,
up is
because of a
crazy.
couple of viral TikToks, he's all of a sudden the most corny person and was never good. What I've seen happen on TikTok.
Let's not play like X wasn't cool as shit. Y'all love to fake support someone, and the second like some bad shit come out, you're always like, damn, like I knew from the beginning. Like I was one of them ones who was like, I knew from the beginning. I was a day one hater, because that's not even a flex, dude. Was not hating on X before that clip came out. You just hopping on the wave. Y'all love to bring a nigga down, bro. Y'all love to see
real.
someone who's been getting constant love, and the second some controversy come out, y'all trying to act like he was bad the whole time, when in reality you was just waiting for a moment to finally bring his name down.
Like most of Gen Z motherfuckers, bro, they share like one brain cell, like all of them, bro. They're so fucking stupid, bro. And yeah, bro, I wanna be rude because, bro, like they all like maybe this is you watching, bro. Like all you fucking do is just go on TikTok and that's all you do all day. Then you go jerk off and eat Dunkin' Donuts. Like that's all these motherfuckers do all day, bro. They don't work out, they don't read, bro. They don't do anything productive. And then they wonder why they can't focus. They wonder why they're skinny fat. They wonder why they can't like do anything. It's because they're doing dumbass habits, bro. And I'm not perfect. I still end up like scrolling sometimes or eating shit food, but it's about just trying to become like better. And if you just focused on yourself like from the get-go, you wouldn't even have time to be hating on motherfuckers like that, bro. Because why do we even have that much time to leave hate comments, bro? That it shouldn't be like that. Like you literally take time out of your day to type some mean shit on your keyboard and then post it, bro. And then you're in the comment section having whole like I see motherfuckers, bro. When I go on IG, there will be someone like posting a controversial like post. I don't know, today I saw something about sunscreen being the reason for cancer, skin cancer. And there will be a motherfucker disagreeing, right? He would type like a big ass comment. And then another person would like disagree in like 3 sentences. And this motherfucker would write down a whole essay. Like answering, you know, like I'm just thinking to myself like, what the fuck do you have going on that you have this much time to respond to this shit, bro? You clearly must have nothing going on. I know this is a side rant, but goddamn, like you motherfuckers need to like get a hobby or some shit. I'm not even lying to you, bro.
is everyone saying they knew he was corny when he had so much love and not a hater was in sight? Like, somebody's lying. Do I have a father? What's that?
As soon as a couple people turn on someone, everybody's gonna act like they always thought that person was corny and never good. At the end of the day back then, everyone was a little more cornier, especially if you're younger still. But like, do you know what we used to wear? This was the average fit back in 2017. It's crazy how in our generation, a couple of TikToks of someone being cringe go viral, and people shift from loving the person to hating them. There was a time when you talked to any on X for years, people would come for you. I think what a lot of this hate is really coming down to is either those kids who used to listen to him grew up and are cringing looking back on it, and new kids are coming in who never listen to X and are just on him. Back in the day, would watch this and think it's the toughest thing of all time. I feel like with our generation, making fun of dead people who never did anything is a common thing.
Crazy,
like, I
bro.
remember when the George Floyd protests were going on and people were making memes of George Floyd. It wouldn't be funny 99% of the time too. It was just cringe. Another thing that showed me how hateful our generation is was when gender arguments and people started to dedicate podcasts to hating another gender. I think the sole reason of why the birth rate is declining worldwide
Bro, and another thing.
podcast to hating another gender. I think the
When it
sole
comes to this, like, this, I don't want to say too much. I don't want to get canceled in here, you feel me? But when it comes to this gender shit, right, this, like, oh, like, you know, the new woke culture, right? I feel like, bro, like, you can agree with it, you can disagree with it, but at the end of the day, you gotta realize that we cannot, like, convince everyone of our opinion, bro. Some people are generally, like, so far gone in this, like, in this belief, in this, like, new, how do I say, this new, like, this new movement, that no matter how much you try to clue them up on, like, how things have been, they will still believe in, like, in their like, way of thinking. And to me personally, I don't really care, because I believe in what I believe in, and if someone else doesn't, I don't really give a fuck. But just realize that, like, sometimes you want to convince a person of something that you believe in, but they won't, because they're so convinced of the thing that they believe in, and there's just no point in trying to convince them. Just, like, stand on your beliefs, act according to your values, and if someone else doesn't, like, live in your values and your morals, then you just don't keep that person around, and you just find people that like the same shit that you like. You know what I mean?
the reason of why the birth rate is declining worldwide is because the people that run these stupid ass podcasts. In the past, you went out to find someone and had your criterias, then boom, marriage. But nowadays, people get swayed for a potential option because they had Fresh and Fit tell them.
This is a very unpopular opinion, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I think if you're in a serious relationship with a girl, she should not have an Instagram. That's cheating.
Gen Z men are boring. Men are boring. You're lazy. You're boring. You don't have hobbies. You're unambitious. You don't know how to talk to women. You're not respectful.
I think we're...
That was crazy, but I mean, she do have a point, bro. Like, even though, like, I'm not even gonna get into it, bro. But she do kind of got a point. Like, bro, most people literally nowadays, I'm not exaggerating, all they do is sit on their phone, bro. They don't do anything. They literally wake up and literally first thing just start scrolling. And they don't go to the gym. Like I said, they have nothing going on. They have school, maybe a job, bro. And they don't, like, they have no interest. They don't do any, like, sport. They don't play football or basketball. They don't hang out with friends. All they literally do is be on their phone. And then they wonder, oh, why does no one want to talk to me? Why am I so boring? Why is my life so boring? Make it make sense, bro. Just go outside and touch grass. Like, do something, bro. You feel me?
We're at the point where these type of dumbass people aren't getting as much attention anymore. Both men and women are absolutely tired of this shit. I notice no matter how much they fearmonger these things, saying something like all these girls out here are gold diggers and will pretend to love you, or saying all these dudes are manipulating you and are always ready to cheat, I almost never see these type of situations happen in real life. And if I do, it's like 1 or 2 cases I've seen in my whole lifetime. You gotta realize the reason why these people are saying these situations are so common is because they hang hang out in those type of environments. The average person is not running into this a lot of times. And it's showing more that the person that runs into this stuff all the time just has choices at picking. And it's showing more that the person that
no is kind of crazy though, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You need to take that ring out, bro. You need to take that ring out, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Stuff all the time just has
your nose is too
but
big
because
to
of
be wearing
social
that
media
shit.
and because their voices are so amplified, it's why it's a common thing for men and women of our generation to run around with these ideas. Another thing that showed me how hateful we are is politics. There was no other generation where someone's political view pissed you off so much that you couldn't be friends with that person anymore. I'm talking about the non-extreme cases, of course. You know, if someone's extremely insane on either side, that's valid to cut them off. Like, sometimes people just can't be helped. But people will cut off their family over who they voted for, both sides.
Why?
This is why, bro, like, if someone asks me first of all, I don't even know shit about politics. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, I don't know about the whole Trump thing. I don't know what he stands for, because I'm not from America, bro. I live in Europe. But the thing is just like, with politics, I feel like it's just politics and the news, just all this shit, right? I feel like it's just all negativity, and the more you consume this shit, the more depressed you will be, because you realize more and more that you have no control over this shit. Like, you have no control over what's about to happen. And so when someone wants to talk to me about politics, I always try to like get the conversation into another direction and to talk about something else. And if they keep talking to me about it, I will just leave. I'm not about to talk to you about politics, because it always ends in some bullshit argument that could just be so easily like spared, and just like an argument that doesn't even need to happen in the first place. So I don't watch the news. I don't keep up with this shit, because it's just all negativity, and I don't need that in my mind. Like, I don't need all this negativity like getting to me. I would literally rather be like clueless but happy, because I don't want to know when like a missile will strike my country. You feel me? Like, I don't need to know that shit. Like, I'm good. Like, if it happens, it happens. But at least I can live in peace while like I can live my life without having to think about these things, and without worrying about some shit happening, if that makes sense.
People will cut off their family over who they voted for, both sides.
Why? Blocked.
I blocked my sister too. She the only one that smoked, and she couldn't take her ass down there and vote. So now we're cutting off people because they didn't even choose to vote? Bro, what happened to it's the choice to vote? Only 64% of the US population that could vote voted in the last election. It's not like the whole country comes out every time. And our generation got the worst of it. We have some of the most extremely odd and insane politicians of all time. One of our presidents was sleeping through half the job, while the other could wake up one day randomly and decide to take some away from us. And the person he was against was campaigning by getting celebrities to twerk on stage. If you told an American this is how politics would be in 1999, they'd call you a crazy person. And this all literally just started in 2016. Like, Gen Z ain't have a single chance for peace. Millennials had George Bush and Obama way more peaceful. Even though they protested George Bush, their protests are nothing close to the protests Trump beginning. They be filling up whole cities with his protests. And on the other side, of course, you got the Trump rallies where you'll see riding you've never seen in your life. The social media algorithm kind of makes it so you have to pick one side and one side only, which has affected Gen Z the most. It's proven we have the biggest political gap and worst arguing, because as soon as you start to see a couple of posts relating to that side, your whole feed is eventually going to be full of it.
That's very true, bro. And that is like, I've talked with my father about this one time, and it is like, it's very true. Like, if you support one thing, if you believe in one thing, the algorithm, whether it be TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, will show you more and more of that type of content. Whatever it is, it doesn't even need to be politics. It can be like self-improvement. If you watch self-improvement video, guess what's going to show up on your feed? Self-improvement videos. If you watch finance videos, guess what? You're going to get finance videos. And so just be careful when you're into politics. I'm not, but if that interests you, I would say like try to be open-minded to shit. Don't just like believe whatever comes to your TikTok feed, right? Don't just believe everything you see. Take everything with a grain of salt. Look at the other side of every argument, every side. You got to be able to analyze and not just basically be more open-minded, bro. You can always learn something from someone, whether they don't even have to believe in the same thing as you, but you might agree with them on some points. And the thing is, if you automatically just like reject everything a person says just because they vote for Camilla and you vote for Trump, then you just fucked yourself basically, because you could have learned something from that person that would have been very valuable, but you chose not to because you want to basically satisfy your ego by saying, oh, nah, I'm better than this person because they don't believe in what I believe in. So yeah, bro, don't get manipulated by this propaganda online. Don't believe everything you see, you know, make your own research. Talk to people about it, you know, ask them what their opinion is. If it means something to you. If you don't give a fuck, then, you feel me? Like, you don't need to do research, but if it's something that generally interests you, don't just take something that a person says and just apply it like straight away, because not everyone has your best interest at heart, and that can be applied to any topic. So yeah, bro, just be open-minded and be critical. Like, use your critical thinking skills to make a decision, basically, is what I'm trying to say.
It's not people's fault. Social media has manufactured it to be like that. There's a lot of victims out there who unintentionally has had this happen to them and has shaped who they are politically. I try my best to distinct a lot of this stuff and not fall down any stupid rabbit holes because I'm not dedicated to either side anyways. To me, it's more of a problem that our generation doesn't even like to hear out the other side a lot of times. People just assume the worst and think you're lost and don't want to talk to you. The bad news about this too is it's gonna keep getting divided. When Gen Z starts raising kids, these are gonna drill their beliefs into their kids' minds before their brain is even in a solid state. My parents raised me and my brother off the notion of not to talk about adult things when we were young, which I liked. And politics was one of those things, because as a kid, your parents should not be telling you about the political and economic state of the world, bro. You should—
For real, bro. Like, come on, bro. At least leave them that little bit of time to be kids, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if you're a parent right now and you talk about politics to your child, he was like 6-8 years old, what's wrong with you, man? What the fuck is wrong? Just let them go to the playground, please. There's a limited time that, like, they will be faced with that shit either way in school. Just leave them alone, please. Like, if I will have kids, I won't be talking to them about politics or finances or any of that stuff until they're like 13 or 14 years old. Anything before that, just let them just let them have fun, bro. Let them go play with their friends. Let them play Fortnite, bro. It's not that deep, bro. Like, they will have to deal with a lot of that bullshit anyway in the future. So we might as well just let them live the time that they have to just be kids and enjoy being kids, enjoy their freedom. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's how I feel though.
Should be worrying about playing Roblox and Fortnite and getting brain rot from TikTok. Remember too, Gen Z was like the whole experiment in this social media.
I'm sorry for ranting a lot. Like, this video is 10 minutes long. I've just been like yapping for 24 minutes straight. But this means a lot to me. Like, I cannot just be silent about this. Like, if I have something that I want to talk about, I'm gonna say it. And yeah.
A political world. So Gen Alpha next is going to be more divided than us, then Gen Beta is going to be more divided, then after that until the point of implosion. Anyways, that's all I've got for real. If you're a hater, stay a hater and make sure to comment something hateful. Let's keep this train moving. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, I love you guys consensually. And until next time, I'm out.
Great vid, bro. Go check bro out. Go sub up to me, bro. Go check out the main channel, link in the description. Leave a like, comment down below what you want to see in the next one, share with a friend who might need it. And thanks for watching, bro.